Well, we're really good at keeping the worst kept secrets ever here in Owasso. So the social media buzz has been all day, but we have a couple of special announcements. And first one is at a special board meeting a few minutes ago, Coach Bill Blankenship did retire from Owasso Public Schools. As most everyone knows around Owasso, for the past 7 years, when there's been a slow news day, the article we like to run is, when will Bill Blankenship retire? And this creates havoc and creates fires that I have to run out and putting out for about a week after each time it runs. Well, today, Mr. Hastings, is the day. So, I'm glad you're all here. It was nearly 7 years ago today I stood in this very room and introduced Coach Blankenship to the Owasso community. In those 7 seasons as head coach of the Owasso Rams, Coach Blankenship compiled a 69-18 record. The Rams reached the semifinals 6 of those 7 seasons, advancing to the state championship game 3 times, along with winning 2 state championships, one in 2017 and one in 2019. In total, Coach Blankenship has been head football coach for 34 years, which includes a career record of 310 wins and 114 losses. Coach Blankenship undoubtedly raised the bar for the Owasso football program. His expectations for the program and his leadership were immediately recognized. The integrity and class that makes Coach Blankenship who he is a real representation of what Owasso football is now. For the coaches and the players, he has touched countless numbers of lives, and for that, we certainly appreciate him. Bill Blankenship is a true Hall of Famer, not just on the football field, but in life as well. I can speak to this more than most people, because 25 years ago, as a recent college graduate, he gave me my first job. And we became friends then and developed a bond that never broke. And it stayed there until 7 years ago. I was able to recruit and harass and do everything I could to convince him to come to Owasso. Dr. O, you can help me on that one because you're right there with me. And it worked. And what a great 7 years it's been. We have a lot of our students in here, a lot of our parents in here. So yet again, another layer. I've had a son that's gone through this program and played for Coach Blankenship the last 2 years. So without further ado, on behalf of Owasso Public Schools, I would like to introduce you to my brother, Coach Bill Blankenship.
Allergies are bad today, for a bunch of us old men especially. Relationships matter, and that's what I hope we've helped to teach our players. I hope you'll just indulge me, because that's why you're here. So indulge me a little bit. 7 years ago this month, a man kept harassing me. I was at Fayetteville. We had a really good team. We were playing on Thanksgiving Day, or practicing on Thanksgiving. He made his way over and just kept telling me, think about Owasso. And I'm like, I got a job. Angie and I just moved. We just had a new house and all that kind of stuff. And he kept on and on and on and on. And later on, I finally said, look, Angie said no. And tried to blame her. And that worked for a while. And finally he said, look, at Christmas break, just come over and visit. And I said, okay, I will do that. And people think I'm making this up. There was no interview that I was going on. I was coming to try to satisfy a friend who was trying to get me just to come see. I came over here in my purple Fayetteville Bulldog workout suit. So you wouldn't go to an interview like that. And began to take tour, and I was taking pictures of all the facilities, because we needed a new end zone facility and we needed all kinds of stuff at Fayetteville. And about halfway through the interview, or halfway through the tour and visiting, it just began to hit me crazy that relationships matter. I was starting relationships with ADs and superintendents and board members and people over there, and it was awesome. But here, there was a guy that already I had known for 25 years. Dr. Ogilvie was the superintendent who had been, I think, my first teacher evaluator at the previous school that we'd been at, where we worked together. Frosty Turpin was on the board, and he and I go all the way back to college days, where he was playing baseball and I was playing football, and we knew each other then and had known each other for years. Relationships matter. And so I left that day saying, I think this might work out. And then maybe a week or two later, we met over in your office and decided that was what we would do. And I never have ever regretted it. It was unbelievable. The other part of that is you have to be very blessed to have people around you to do it with. Amazing men that have chosen to work side by side with me for years and years, for 40 years of coaching. And head coaching is a little bit like quarterbacking. I've experienced both of those. You get way too much credit when things go well, because there's a whole lot of people doing a whole lot of stuff to make you look good. Sometimes you get a little more of the heat when things don't go well, but it is far outweighed by all the good things that happen when you're in charge. And so I've been blessed to have worked with some great men. Many of them are standing back here that have, I'm not being kind when I say, I'm just telling you, if there's anything I'm really good at, is finding people to come to work together. And I think that's been really good. I want you to know that people will talk about a lot of wins and a lot of successes and a lot of that stuff, and I'm glad. That's been fun. But when I lay my head down nearly every night, I can't not thank God for the incredible journey of coaching that I've got to be on for the last 40 years.